Welcome to the Voice of Many podcast show with Yolanda and Vanessa.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Our podcast would not be possible without you and our sponsor, Z Funk Productions. Our guest tonight is cooking it up in the kitchen Southern style. Welcome our guest, and welcome to the mic, Mr. Tony Woods. Hello.
Hello, and thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you. Excited. Can you please, we've had a chance to chat with you, but can you please tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and where you're located?
My name is Tony Woods. I am actually located in the great state of Texas. I'm actually in Forney, Texas, right outside of Dallas. Born and raised here, basically. And what was your other question you wanted me to talk about? What was the other question?
Just telling them a little bit about yourself. That's
a little bit about myself.
Yeah.
I've been a personal trainer for 20 plus years. 3 years in the military. I sort of consider myself to be a serial entrepreneur. I've done a lot of different small businesses along the way. Everything from having a private studio to buying and selling cars, a car wash. So I've done a lot of different things, but I'm really excited about my new adventure with the seasoning. We started that up about 8 months ago, and it's a recipe that's been in the family for maybe 80 years, starting with my grandmother.
Wow!
So just a little bit of everything I've done.
So can you tell us a little bit more about the history of Fowl language, since you said the recipe did come from your grandmother?
Yeah. My grandmother, Margaret Wood. I'm a single parent, my mom, and my grandmother spent a lot of time with me. And I'm going to take you way back. I was back in the time when you sat on the porch with your grandmother shelling peas. I don't know if you know anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Those purple peas that you shell
with your thumb.
And, she would talk to you about everything from gospel to you better be doing right on your own. I mean, all those things. And my grandmother was a great cook, Got fat with her a lot of times, eating her delicious different foods. And one of the things that stood out was her fried chicken, and she didn't measure food back then. Back in the day, it was a pinch of this, a slab of this, and throw that in. And, I finally asked her one time, because I was really fond of her fried chicken. I asked her, hey, Granny, how you know how much you should add to this seasoning, this blend that you make? And she looked at me and she laughed and she said, baby, the chicken talks to me. And that's when I came up with the name Fowl language, So 8 months into this, and we're doing pretty well with the seasoning blend. But we owe it all to her. She passed away about 10 years ago.
Wow.
She left. Can you tell us where your passion of cooking comes from? Since I know all of it seems to stem from your grandmother.
Mm-hmm. That's where a lot of it comes from. It comes from my grandmother, and also having a single mom, and I was the oldest child, and I had to learn how to cook. I had 2 siblings underneath me, and my mom would bring me in the kitchen, and for about 12 years of age, I could cook a full meal, And it paid off in dividends these days because, I'm not a chef, but I play one on TV.
Oh, my goodness. So that means then there's always really something going on in the kitchen for you, because with doing that, you're always trying different recipes. So correct?
Yeah. A lot of things are just, in the southern, where I'm in Texas, down here deep south, seasoning goes a long way. And my wife, so she's always in the kitchen to make, the different meatloaf, oxtails, different things like that. Of course, the fried chicken, the Southern style, those things. And she'll always try to invite friends just to try when sometimes I can just get in the kitchen, I just make it up as I go, But I'm sort of the chef around here. So I take that passion with me, and I use it whenever I can. I like to experiment with different things.
So with your experimenting, what have you found to be your favorite dish using your seasoning?
Well, you can't beat fried chicken. I mean, that is just sort of the staple of the African-American diet. I mean, just to be honest, at least the Southern side, you can throw in fried tomatoes with that. We've done fried okra with it. We've also done fried corn. I don't know if you've ever had that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The cornmeal, the cat got your tongue blend, goes a little bit better with that, but either one works. But I would prefer the cornmeal with the okra and fried corn. Some people have used, and I've never tried it, but they were. I was getting a couple of questions about, hey, can this be used in an air fryer? I've never used it in an air fryer. If I'm gonna make Southern chicken, it's gonna be deep fried. That's the way I see it. But a lot of them said, hey, let me just try it with an air fryer, and they would report back to me and send me photos and say, hey, it turned out great. I'm like, okay. Well, the seasoning's in there. It's in the blend. Fowl language, we speak delicious fried chicken. I guess we speak delicious fried air fryer, too.
Well,
I like it works.
I know you mentioned about cat got your tongue, but can you please tell our listeners what that is and a little bit more so they understand what that cat got your tongue really is?
Cat got your tongue is cat got your tongue. I'm running words together. Cornmeal and seasoning blend is for catfish or other seafood, shrimp, oysters, and it's a cornmeal. It's already seasoned and it's blended. All you have to do is follow the easy instructions and just drop it in the oil and it's ready to go. And what a lot of people see on a TV show or a cooking show, that the items that are prepared come out just TV ready, Well, these two blends of mine, they come out just like that. You'll be able to look at your food and just be proud of it, the way it's going to come out in that beautiful golden brown color. It's going to be fully developed in the seasoning. And you can take photos of it, and I mean, people are just going to be amazed about the look and the texture and the taste. It's all up in there. I tell people those aren't substitute pieces playing a part. Those are actually pieces that come out of when I fry this fish. Yours is going to look just like that. Just follow those instructions. So cat got your tongue, cornmeal and seasoning blend. It's available now, and like I say, it looks great. Most people eat with their eyes. We eat with our eyes first. And it has it's a Picasso. Let me tell you. And like I said, the taste and the flavor is there, and you're gonna know right away.
Can you tell our listeners? Yeah, because I mean, we have a tendency to, like you say, we see with our eyes, and then comes the smell. So that's
the aroma. It's all in the bag, and you'll notice that as soon as you open the bag, that it's there. The smell will just warp out at you. The aroma, beautiful.
And then comes the memories of, like you said, grandma's home cooking or mom's home cooking food.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think she will be proud of me and what I've accomplished with the generation. Her recipe that's been in the family for years. She will be really proud of that. That I've put that out there.
That's awesome. I tell you, I will definitely send you pictures of my air fried chicken, so you can see how good it does turn out. So I'm looking forward to that. Can you?
And then
Yeah, go right ahead. Now, I was going to ask you what other products could you tell us is possibly coming, or anything that you could help us in the kitchen with.
Okay, we have one coming up called. It's going to be the same part of the cat got your tongue, except it's going to be called Batter Up, because we're using a beer batter blend. Once again, great taste, great look. Then we're coming up with another recipe of mine that I've tinkered around in the kitchen with. It's kind of a takeoff of what the Fowl language seasoning blend, flour and seasoning blend is. But it's going to be called Golden Supreme.
Mm.
Golden Supreme. Yeah, because this is just a little bit of an uptick. You know, I've put a lot into this one here. I mean, my heart and soul. And right now we're going back and forth because I get the recipe and I send it to a commercial blender, and they do the work. But they've got to match what I send them, and it's got to be right. That's all I can tell you. We've been going back and forth on this and that, but it's got to be right, and it's not going to leave that blending place unless it's 100% the way that I make it at home. You know, because that's what the people that buy my products can expect from me. You know, quality, great taste, great aroma, great look. So, got to be right. What was your other question?
Oh, and how can you tell our listeners how they can purchase your seasonings and your batters?
Okay, yeah. You can go to www.fowlspice.com. That's FOWL spice.com. And right now we're having a sale on the chicken seasoning, the Fowl language flour and seasoning blend, 50% off. And that's until December 23rd, I believe. And when you go online, you just put stocking where the code is. There's a code to purchase that. And we ship direct. Everything I ship out is from here. I see the order come online. I wrap it up, send it out, and box it up, and it's gone. So it comes to us, and we do all the work.
Okay, and we're going to make sure your information gets out there as soon as possible for our listeners to purchase and to follow along.
Okay.
Because I'm looking forward to the new seasonings coming out as well. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I am too. My patience can be when I've got a project, I'm really on it. I'm just ready to get it going, and but you got to wait on other people to catch up. So I got to hold my horses and be a little patient with everything. But I'm hanging in there, and my wife tells me that all the time. I gotta hang in there, baby. I know.
Yeah,
I'm pulling my thumbs over here, but I know it's coming.
It'll come. It will come.
Yeah,
definitely.
It will come. It will come. And we're having a good. It's moving pretty well. We've got. We're also trying to at some point get into some of the other major stores too, like a Walmart, get them on the shelf. That's in the future at some point. You want to become national, hopefully at some point. I got to retire.
I understand. It will come, believe me. Like I say, it's slow and easy.
Oh yeah. We're working on it.
We want to thank you for coming, being a part of our show, sharing the mic with us tonight. And we would love to have you back and share more about your new products as they come out as well.
Be my pleasure. I will look forward to it.
And hopefully what we would like to do too is do a live shot with you in the kitchen. We can do it over our internet base here and show customers and listeners your product in person, okay?
Oh, yeah. That's where they can see that it's, like I said, there's no stuntman. My pieces are real. No substitutes. You'll see it come out of the pot and what it looks like. And virtual reality is right there in your face. You can almost smell the aroma through the screen. I mean, the screen is a sight to behold.
See, it's all in the visual.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Tony. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Yolanda. Vanessa. Thank you both.
And thank you. And thank you to our listeners for listening to the Voice of Many podcast. If you have any questions or suggestions, please contact us on our many social media web pages. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And we hope to talk to you later.